What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I am super excited because we're gonna be checking out the new Urban Decay Born to Run collection. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I hear like anything about this collection, I always get that Bruce Springsteen song stuck in my head where it's like, baby, we were born to run. Does anybody else think about that when they think about this collection? I don't know if it's just because I'm from New Jersey and like everyone in New Jersey loves Bruce Springsteen because he's from here, but that's what I think about every time I hear about this collection. But I was super excited to try it. The palette is initially what really caught my eye. This is what the palette looks like right here. I really like the packaging on it, and then the shades are like super beautiful. So for today's review, I'm actually gonna structure it a little bit differently than how I normally do my reviews, and I would love to hear your guys' feedback on it. I used the palette today and I tested everything out, and I already filmed like a tutorial using it, but I was gonna do the review part of it first for people who aren't interested in actually seeing it being applied to the lids or anything and just kind of want to hear my thoughts. And then after that, I will insert in the tutorial where I did my full look today and I tested out all of the products. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the review first. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and click that little bell next to the subscribe button so you guys can be notified of all of my future uploads. And yeah, let's jump into the review. All right, so this is the full collection right here. We have the eyeshadow palette, we have 3 different lipsticks, all which are new shades, 3 liners, 2 that are new, 1 that is an existing shade, and then we have a travel size version of the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, which you guys know is my fave. So first we'll start with the palette, which the palette is actually my favorite thing in this collection. I would say that if you're getting anything in the collection, be sure to get the palette. I really loved how this palette performed. The palette itself feels very luxurious. It's kind of like heavier, I feel like, than their normal palettes, which I like. Like, it feels a little bit more sturdy. I love how there is a huge mirror, which I think is great for traveling, and I love the array of colors that they picked, just because there are so many different eye looks that you could do with these shades. And we have a really nice mix of like mattes and shimmers and pearlized finishes and stuff, and I just think that they did a really nice job kind of picking out the different colors and making sure that you could use this palette and do like so many different looks with it, which makes it great for travel or just an everyday palette. And this palette is going to retail for $49, and you do get 21 different shades. So you're actually getting more shades than they give you in like the naked palettes, but the naked palettes are more expensive. You don't get a brush with this palette, but overall I think for 21 different shades, $49 is pretty on par for a high-end eyeshadow palette. I thought the mattes were super easy to work with, super easy to blend, and the shimmers that I did use I thought applied really nicely. I did apply them with a wet brush. I kind of spritzed them with Fix Plus first, and I thought they applied really nicely. So overall, I really do like this palette and definitely see this becoming a staple in my collection just because of the variety of different looks that I could make with this. And just so you guys know, right now you guys can get this on Urban Decay's website, and you can get it at Sephora. I know that it is coming to Ulta and Macy's as well. Second best thing in this collection that I would definitely recommend is the travel size all-nighter setting spray. Oh my goodness, you guys. So the all-nighter setting spray is by far my favorite setting spray of like all time. I think it's amazing. It does a great job of setting your makeup and ensuring that it's going to last all day long. But the traditional all-nighter setting spray is slightly over the TSA limit for liquids, and I have gotten mine taken at security before, so I was super pumped to see that they came out with a travel size. This is absolutely great. If it's something that you can't live without, you can now travel with it, because I always had to use like other different kind of setting sprays like while I was traveling because they fit the TSA requirements and they were like small enough. So super excited about this. If you love this, girl, go get it. And then last but not least, we have the lipsticks and the liners. I do swatch all of these in the video for you guys. I do lip swatches of the lipsticks, and then I use the liners. So you guys can stay tuned for that if you want to see. Overall, I think they're great. I think if you love the shades, go and get them. They're true to the Urban Decay formula, which is a really nice formula. To me, they're not like make it or break it, like, oh my God, you guys need to go get them right now today. And for me, some of the colors aren't colors that I would use every day for the lipsticks and for the liner. Like, I have one of the lipsticks on now. I think it's pretty. It's not gonna be an everyday staple for me. I like more nude sort of shades, and there is not one of those in this collection, but if you like the shades, the Urban Decay formula is really good. And the lipsticks are gonna retail for $18 each. The liners are gonna retail for $21. But for me, I would say if you're checking out this collection, absolutely go for the travel size setting spray, and definitely go for the palette. I think the palette is great, and these are my 2 kind of favorites from the collection, although overall I do think that all the products were good. These are just kind of my top 2. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing my tutorial, how I got this look, and seeing all the products used in action, then just keep on watching. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the eye tutorial. I have the palette right here. I don't know what kind of eye look I want to do yet. The shades in here are like so beautiful, and there's such a variety of looks that you can do, but I'm really just digging those warm toned kind of brown shades. So I think that's what I'm gonna do today. So first, for my neutral transition, I'm gonna mix a little bit of Weekender with Riff and kind of mix them together in my crease. So we are just gonna buff those shades as our neutral down first. This seems to be blending out super easily, but of course, you know, it's a neutral transition shade. It's very similar to the color of my skin. So if it is patchy, it's gonna be harder to see. So I think once we go in with like darker shades, we'll be able to see a bit better. But upon first impression, seems to be doing pretty well. And I do love that there's a huge mirror in this palette. It makes it so much easier to do your makeup. And I think it's great too, since it is like a travel inspired palette. You know, if you're gonna use this when you're traveling, that's when I feel like it's even more important, because you don't have your normal, you know, like setup or normal makeup mirror, whatever it is that you use. So having a big mirror like this is even more important. So I think that's great. Because I know on the Urban Decay Naked palettes, like they have a mirror, but it's not that big if I remember correctly. It's kind of like small, where this one literally is like the entire top of the palette, so it's a really nice size. Next, we're gonna go in with this really pretty like orangey shade. This is the color Baja. This looks really, really pigmented on my brush. I'm gonna kind of tap some of the excess off and start to bring this into the crease. I just don't want to go in with like too much product and then have it be like a crazy hot Cheetos mess on my eyes. But oh, this color is like actually really, really pretty. Sometimes I get scared with oranges because they can easily be like really overpowering and kind of look weird, but this one is really, really pretty. I would just suggest going in with a light hand and then like gradually building it. But these mattes seem to be layering really, really nicely. If I could only explain to you guys how hot it is in my beauty room right now. Oh my God. We keep our AC on 70 like in our apartment, but like my lights are so hot and I have a huge window in this room, so it gets so hot in the summer. Oh, a girl is sweating over here. Oh, next, I'm gonna jump in with Punk, and I'm gonna use this to really deepen up that outer corner area. I feel like it's really weird. In the pan, this looks like a very, very warm toned brown. It's this one right here, but on my eye, it's like not overly warm toned at all, actually. It's like a very true brown, which is interesting. Like the pan makes it look warmer than I feel like it applies to the eye, but it's still really nice. So far I've only used the mattes, but the mattes are definitely very, very pigmented because I am barely tapping my brush and I'm getting a lot of pigment and like barely having to go back in for any more. So definitely very pigmented, which is nice. Like I feel like this eyeshadow palette would last someone a really long time just because you don't even really have to use that much of the eyeshadow to get color payoff, which is major key. And then I'm just taking some of that shade Punk down on my lower lash line as well, just to smoke that out. Okay, now for all over my lid, I'm gonna go in with Stranded. It looks like a really pretty like gold shimmery color, so we're gonna test out a shimmer. I am gonna spritz my brush with some Fix Plus because I typically do that with shimmer shades, so just gonna spritz it. If you don't have Fix Plus, you can literally just use water in a little spritzer bottle. Ooh, that was one of like the scented Fix Pluses. It smells good. So we are just gonna go and pack this shade on. That looks really, really pretty, wow. Ooh, okay. I saw another review where the person like didn't love the shimmers. I don't know if it's just because I'm using this one, but this one looks really pretty actually. Like in my opinion, I think it looks really nice. But obviously makeup works different for everybody. And I'm actually gonna bring that in my inner corner as well. I low-key wish this shade came in like a full-size pan so I could use it as a highlight, because this is like my dream highlight shade, like a light shimmery gold. And then last but not least, I got a highlight. It makes me kind of sad because there is no shimmery super light highlight in this palette because we have Breakaway, but it's a matte. Or at least actually maybe it has a little bit of like a pearlized finish to it, so I guess that's what I'm gonna use. I personally like more shimmery like highlights just for like my brow bone, but that's just personal preference. So we'll go in with Breakaway and see. It looks like it might be a little like pearlized, which could work. Oh yeah, okay, it's actually not matte. It definitely does have like a pearly finish. It's not as shimmery as I would love, but I mean, it still definitely works for a brow bone highlight. All right, so I really like this eye look. Honestly, I thought these shadows were really, really easy to use, so I am definitely impressed with that. There are eyeliners in this collection as well. So there are 3 different eyeliners in this collection. Obviously, a girl only has 2 eyes, so I'm gonna try and use these two, the 2 different browns one on my lid and then one in my waterline, and then I'll swatch the green one for you guys. This is in the shade Overdrive. These are their 24/7 liners, so I love their 24/7 liners. I've used them for years. So that is the green. Oh, wow. That's really, really pretty. It's like a really rich green, but it's still kind of bright. So I like that a lot. But yeah, this one is in the shade Double Light. So I'm gonna use this one on my upper lid. And we are just gonna line with this. I'm just gonna do a super thin line. I don't want anything like super thick because I don't want to take away from how pretty the shadows look. But we are gonna put on lashes today, so this will help just disguise the lash band. Alrighty. And then my waterline, I'm gonna pop in with this more like coppery one. This is in the shade Lucky. And I'm just gonna pop this guy into Mama's waterline. Ooh, this is really pretty. It's very like pearlized. So overall, I think the eyeliners are really nice. Like I said, I've tried this formula many, many times in the past, and I think that it's great. For me, liner specifically is something that it's hard for me to spend a lot of money on liners like this, because typically I just use them in my waterline, and I feel like there are a lot of really good liner options from the drugstore. But with that being said, if you're looking to splurge and get a high-end, really nice liner, you definitely can't go wrong with the Urban Decay ones. I think that they're great. So I'm gonna go pop on some lashes and mascara, and we will come back and test the lippies. All right, you guys, so eyes are done. We're gonna move on to the lips. There are 3 different lipsticks in this collection. 2 of them are their Comfort Matte formula, and then 1 of them is their more metallic formula. I'm gonna try and see if these shades are new. Yeah, so it says these are 3 new Vice lipstick shades. So it's their Vice lipstick formula, but they're 3 new shades. So the first shade is Ready, and I really like the packaging on these, how it has like the pictures of like all different places all over the world, which I think is super cute. Ooh, this looks really pretty. So let's see what it looks like on the lips. Ooh, wow, it's more pink on the lips, I feel like, than it looks like in the tube. It does glide on really nicely though. Is this a Comfort Matte? Oh no, this is the metallic one. I was gonna say, it doesn't feel matte. I actually really like this color. When I was first putting it on, I was like, oh god, this is gonna be too pink, but I actually think it looks really nice. I don't like it with my eye look, like they don't go together well, but I do like it not with my eyeshadow, like the actual color on its own. Next we have Martha, which is a Comfort Matte. Ooh, this looks really dark. And let's see. This is like a vampy, like fall color, I feel like. I do really like their Comfort Matte formula. It like glides on the lips really nicely, even though it's matte. Okay, this lippy is giving me such fall vibes, especially with my eye look, which I actually don't mind it at all. It's just like not right for this season because it's literally like June. But I feel like I would absolutely wear this lipstick and this eye look together as a look in the fall. It would be beautiful, and I really like the way that this looks together. And then last but not least, we have the last Comfort Matte, and this one is in the shade 66. Ooh, this one looks really pretty. Go ahead and apply this one. Okay, so this shade is really, really pretty as well. It's also giving me major fall vibes. I feel like I'm not ready for the fall vibes just yet, but still super pretty, and I do actually like this one paired with my eye look as well. I kind of wish there was something more neutral in this collection. You guys know I'm like a nudes girl, so I wish there was a nude lipstick, but you can't always get what you want. And I still do think the lip shades they have are very pretty. They're just not gonna be an everyday kind of staple lipstick. For me, it kind of be something that I would pull out if I wanted to do kind of a different look. And then last, but certainly not least, honestly the thing that I'm probably most excited for, besides the palette, because I really, really love the palette, but in this collection is the travel size of the all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz my face with this. This is an all-time fave of mine. All right, you guys, so that is it. I hope that you did enjoy this little tutorial / review. Let me know down below what you guys think of this collection. Are you gonna be picking it up? Are you gonna skip on it? I would love to hear. Thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.